from left down, right down, across the top. So I've already done one. It was pretty simple. So what we have here is you put in a unique identifier like UNIQUE, something unique. What's the other thing? Spell it right.
Or Tajib 001, things like that, right?
Whatever makes it unique. Something like if you're shipping to Dallas, Texas, a certain store, put the name in there. And you can put the guy's name, and his address is 896 OK 008 Opal. I like Opal Avenue.
Opal,
Why not?
yeah.
Make it up. 77510, which actually is. Oh, look at it, Santa Fe. I know it's Texas somewhere. Weights, I don't know, 50 pounds. And then you choose your service type, how you want to get it there. Well,
Yeah, overnight, 2 days, things like that.
yeah, whatever this zip code says will tell you what kind of service type you have.
Okay.
It's depend on the zip code.
Yes, depends on where it's at. Like if
Yeah.
you're shipping to Hawaii,
It's more than
Yeah.
You
you don't have so many options. Exactly. And like you're shipping in the middle of nowhere, you won't have as many. Santa Fe's a fairly big city. You can do ground. If you want to know how fast that's going to get there, that's his rate quote. I would say use the checkbox or check the address. I know that's a bad address. I made it up. 2 business days to Santa Fe. So that gives you an idea, like when you look at the rate quote, which apparently I haven't downloaded your rates yet, so ignore that number. And then right now, this icon, if you didn't notice, this thing changed color. As soon as I put enough data in there, I'm ready to ship. But you might want to do other things too. Like I would suggest highly that you put an order number in here, whatever that order number is. Something. If you want to put a notes in here, like, Tom did the shipment, that's fine. Their invoice number, which might be that number. The more you put in there, the easier it is to keep a track of where it is if it gets lost. You can like, well, you may not know the tracking number, but by golly, you know the invoice number, and you can find the tracking number from that. So across the top, what options do we have? Well, you saw those options pretty much right here. They're pretty much right there, but they're carried over. Most common is the signature options. On ground, you have to tell it if you want a signature. On Express to a business, you're already getting it. Probably why it's a little bit more expensive that way. Email address. Well, on your sender, I did not know your email address, so I didn't put it in there. But if I did, it would have put your email here as like me at
Okay.
my.com. All the email address has to have is an ampersand and a dot.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your email address is here. We have these ideas right here, like shipment notification. That doesn't seem very useful for me because that just means you made a label. But people do use it. I like this one, tender. That means we've actually taken possession of the label. We scanned it. We're going to send out an email. Whoever the email, whether it's you, the recipient, which is most
They will
common,
receive a notification.
like that. What you might want though is delivery. I want to know when it got delivered. And of course, you definitely want to know exceptions because something's gone wrong. Like we tried 3 times and no one showed up. No one was there, that kind of thing. And you can put a message in here. You can say like, hi,
Okay.
thanks for your...
For your business.
I like that, B-U-S-I-N-E-S. Sure, why not? So there, you put all that in there. And then you can ship it. Label, please.
There you go.
Okay, so there's your label. It tells you ship date today, where it was shipped from, which is important to us, because this meter number and this right up there is an instance of your account at this location.
4233, yeah.
Right, so that information is in here as well as in here.
Okay.
So, remember him telling about you just shipping this to Texas and then, no, that's not a good idea. Because when they scan it, they're going to see where the label was created was in Louisville. And that's going to cause a major problem.
So it will be other way around.
Yeah. Now,
Right.
if you want freight from Texas to get here, we call that something else.
Okay.
We call that a return shipment.
Yes. So you're gonna okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you can do the same thing. You can go here and get like, hey, I want unique. I want to. You could print a label and then send them the label. That's fine. You can email the label, which means that they'll get an email message. They'll go
Yeah.
to
I will
FedEx.
just scan it and email them the label.
Well, they go to FedEx.com and they would download a label, print it to a laser printer.
They can do that also.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Most likely, you do the print label is like, let's say you're doing a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Or a return warranty.
yeah,
RMA.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You're going to send out the good one.
Mhm.
They're going to put the bad one in the box. There's the label.
Correct.
Send it back.
Yeah.
That's why you normally print.
Mm-hmm.
Call tag. That's if they just say, I just need you to send the call tag, which means a driver will go out there and
And
knock
pick
on
it
the
up.
door and pick it
Mm.
up. That is the most expensive option.
Okay. Don't do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that one if you don't have to.
Mhm.
If you have to, you have to, but you don't want to use that one because that's another.
They can always bring it to FedEx, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That'll add some money to it. So again,
So it's a return. If it's a return, then that's the thing that we need to ship the labels, or we can just email the labels to Dallas, for example, and bring the shipment here, correct?
right. You do an
And then
email
on-
label.
and that- yeah,
You say the weight is like 5 pounds. Whatever the weight is what you'll get charged.
yeah.
So let's explain that a little bit more.
How about the weight, the dims? Do we need to
Yes,
put the dims too?
you should.
Okay.
You should. And if you're worried about what it costs, if you're worried about the cost now, not the cost later, because you're going to get charged whatever your account charges anyway.
Yeah.
If you say make a label and you think, oh, I'm going to say it's 10 pounds and it's 50, now trust me, we're going to charge you for 50 pounds. But if you tell me it's 1 pound and it's 50, it'll be 50. And if we tell me it's 50 pounds and it's 1, you'll get charged 1.
Okay.
You're going to get charged what it is. So if you don't care, we have customers that really don't care. They don't want to deal with the weighing the box of dims because they know they're getting a good rate and they know they're going to pay whatever it is anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I got other customers that they want to know right now because they're going to invoice it as soon as they ship it. So it depends on where you are, how important is that knowledge today. It takes a little more effort to have it now. You can get it. As long as you fill out the data correctly, you're going to get it. On email label, you'll fill in a lot more data because a lot more data is needed. What kind it is there? And you can just say it's a QWERTY, whatever that is. I just like doing that. And there you put the email address you want to have it received.
Mm-hmm.
And if he types it wrong, he'll never get it. Okay? So another question on that is, how much does this label cost you now? I just made it. How much did it cost you?
$1?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Right now, nothing. The only cost is when we ship it out. The shipping
No.
cost, correct?
When it's delivered.
Okay. Then it goes to my account.
then you get charged.
Okay.
You do not get charged for creating labels. You do not get charged for
When it's delivered.
shipping labels.
Yeah.
Only on delivery.
Okay.
So that way, if we actually lost your package, which we would never do, you wouldn't get double insult. Oh, you charged me and you lost it?
Mm.
I know a company that does that. They wear brown, but I'm not going to say names. They will actually do that. They'll charge you and then they'll lose it for you. And the expiration date, this is kind of important. If you want a label, and express-wise, it's going to be really, really important that you have it within a certain amount of time, like a month. Ground, you got more leeway. You got more leeway. But if you want that label for RMA, and you specify, like, I don't want to see this thing after a month. If after a month you're just going to pay double, you could say that. Well, you can also expire the label too. Make sure the label's not good anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be a reasonable return on an RMA. There really does. I know people get busy, but that kind of thing. Now this one here, if you prepay it, that means it's on your account. If they have an account, you can bill a third party.
Mm.
Now, as you build your database of recipients, like test guy, we could view edit. if I would have created up, and I would have had to build their account, if I had their account number in there, which it has to be a real account number, and somehow the system knows what real account numbers look like, I just can't put a number in there, or I would, and show you. The next time you ship that person, let's Clearfield start over. So, if I was to pull down test, if it was third party the first time, and you put on, and you would, well, I guess we gotta put a weight in there. Remember, data flows top to bottom. So if it's missing, it means that you've missed something above it. Okay, you could put dimensions in there, and I would. But if I was to go ahead and put third party right now, and it was in the database, it would populate. It would populate that number. It would just
Okay.
be there. It'd be in the database.
And just and that automatically direct to the the one that we updated in the database.
Right, right.
Okay.
So if you change anything, good point. Right here, once you are using something that has been in the internal database, this is automatically checked. Save and update in the address book.
Okay.
Like right now, we're using a 4x6 label. I'm using the 4x6 profile. The one that was normally installed was this one, and that label looks like that. That's
Okay.
the dock tab on top.
Mm-hmm.
This label doesn't have a dock tab, so it printed where it shouldn't have printed. But that has like cost on there if you're really interested in cost.
So what is if we were going to order this label, what's the measurement of this?
4x6.
4x6.